And welcome to the opening event from the 2018 Maxis FIM Enduro World Championship. We're in Finland for the 83rd running of the infamous Päijänne, the best enduro riders in the world taken out of their comfort zone, spending the weekend on the snow and ice around Lake Päijänne. Here on the edge of the Arctic Circle, life is very different. 180 riders ready for this ultimate test of skill and endurance, faced with frozen turf in the early stages before moving into nearly metre-deep snow for the rest of the day. Saturday seeing temperatures drop down to minus 13 degrees Celsius for 16 tests over 117 kilometres and an eye-watering 12.5 hours in the saddle. Good luck, gents, you may just need it. Defending EnduroGP champion Steve Holcomb, the best non-Finn on the opening day, albeit in 6th, despite spending the last couple of weeks in Finland to get used to the conditions. 2016 champion Matthew Phillips had a nightmare in the saddle though, a bright start unravelling as the deep cold bit, the Australian ending the day down in 21st place. Local lad Henry Himmonen already getting to grips with his gas, 5th overall thanks to a string of top 10 times after a sluggish start on the opening test of the day. Eero Remes expected to be fast as always, but no match for some of the young guns. 4th overall, but at least the Finn blew away the competition in E2 for his TM team. Another local, Mika Tamanen, also incredibly consistent, even upping the pace to produce a scratch time in the final stage of the day to finish in 3rd. Tony Eriksson living in the shadow of the leaders for most of the day, but an engine cutout for then leader Emil Pojala allowed Eriksson to claim 2nd place on the day. The main beneficiary from Pojala's misfortune was Aleksi Jukala, blessed with a lifetime's experience on the snow and ice, the flying Finn, a master of the conditions, setting 8 scratch times in 13 tests before the race moved into the night. For the first time in living memory, the EnduroGP riders were to continue into the night for the final 3 tests of the day, so helmet lights and protection from freezing weather very much the order of the day. Enduro, a way of life in these parts, the spectators keeping themselves warm and well fed while the action carried on around them. Jukala pacing himself beautifully to close out an opening day win in the EnduroGP class by over 3 minutes.
I'm really happy. The day was really good for me.
How do you feel now for tomorrow?
A little bit tired now, but have to eat something and get rest, and then I'm ready for tomorrow.
Finns taking the top 5 places on the opening day with Jukala top of the pops. Holcomb the best of the rest with junior enduro champion Bradley Freeman impressing in 10th. The second day promising to be a little less gruelling, with 95 timed kilometres split into 12 stages and just 7.5 hours in the saddle. Holcomb once again the best foreign rider, 6th place for the British beta rider once again, with a podium position in the E3 class, a welcome bonus in the face of strong competition from the locals. Beaters Bradley Freeman exceeded expectations on the opening day and after a good morning on day 2 flew in the afternoon, moving up to 7th overall. Henry Olenius unable to finish the opening day, but no such problem this time, and even held his own in the more normal enduro conditions to claim 5th place in EnduroGP. Tony Eriksson, a model of consistency on Sunday, only outside the top 5 once, but still needing a solid final test to keep ahead of Olenius in 4th place and 2nd in E3. Jukala not quite as fast on Sunday, but still earning a podium spot with ease in 3rd place. However, the Finn with no ambition to ride the rest of the championship, at least not yet. One man who will be spreading his wings in 2018 is Emil Pojala, granted a gas factory seat for the 2018 GP season and recovering from the disappointment of the DNF on Saturday when leading the race to take 2nd place in EnduroGP on Sunday and top the timesheets in E1. But Sunday's star man undoubtedly Eero Remes. Fourth on day one behind the young guns, but putting them back in their place on day two, setting 8 scratch times in 12 tests to romp to victory in front of an adoring crowd.
There was quite many people during the test, and they cheering and screaming, so this is really nice to ride when you can hear the people, and you get a little bit more motivation when they screaming. And
local riders again locking out the top 5 on Sunday, but what an effort from Alex Salvini, the Italian improving from 15th on Saturday to 9th on day 2 and 2nd in E2. Jukala, the new king of the Päijänne, then taking overall victory ahead of local legend Remes. Jamie McCanny bossing E1, and Remes of course the king of E2. Jukala also cleaning up in the E3 category. So Jukala top of the standings after the first event, but won't be a factor for the rest of the year. Remes though in a strong position with a 14-point lead over defending champion Holcomb. So that's it from another year from Lake Päijänne and the 83rd edition of the Päijänne. The championship regulars will be back in action in 6 weeks in Spain. Expect very different conditions and leaderboards on the Iberian Peninsula as the 2018 Maxxis FIM Enduro World Championship continues in earnest.